on Hidden Truth to have this brother. This brother. Does anyone know who this brother is? This brother's a living legend in our community. Yeah, true words, Sister Sharon Six says. Does anyone know? Sir, my boy, Raphael says, not just Terry Jervis, yeah? He says, Sir Terry Jervis. Brothers and sisters, if you don't know this man, he's been on the platform once or twice before. This brother has made history on so many levels. You know, when you write history, you say the first person to do this. He's one of those people that lived that life. The first black man to do this. The first black man to do that. And it's these kind of brothers that I would love to be on this platform because, you know, for those of you who know about the real McCoy, many of the seasons of the real McCoy was down to this man that kept black issues on TV. And it ain't just the real McCoy, there's a whole range of programs nationally and internationally. His brothers worked with Motown. The brothers worked with, you know, Michael Jackson. He's worked with a whole range of figures. He's worked with Lusters, who I think are on the line with us today, Luster Products. And he's actually created a phenomenal venture that's been running a few years, but due to COVID, I believe was not in operation for the last year or two, but he's brought it back again, brothers and sisters. On A Hidden Truth, we are so happy to say that he's on this program, Terry Jervis, and this is what we actually want us to promote and introduce.
Luster Products Incorporated, celebrating its 65th year in business, are proud to sponsor Gem World as we teamed up with Black History Walks to bring you a range of exciting Super Sunday Funday films and events.
Tropical Island, the new animated movie, premieres at the Phoenix Cinema in North London on the 4th of September. Oliver Orange finds a pirate's treasure map. Along with Susu Pineapple, Monty Mango, and Bernie Banana, they decide to go to Penny Passion Fruit's carnival at Paradise Beach. Bad Apple, who is rotten to the core, and Sour Grape, his slapstick sidekick, gets help from Lizzie Lizard, the Witch of the Swamp, to help them in the race to find the hidden treasure to win the carnival prize, and spoil it for you and the others in the audience. Come to the rescue of the Tropical Island Carnival movie premiere and sing along in this interactive movie for the family. Remember, the 4th of September at 12 noon at the Phoenix Cinema, 52 High Road, London, N2, 9PJ.
Everyone join in the fun, in the sun, in the sun. Come along and join the fun on Tropical Island.
Oh, wow. That's our brother, Terry Jervis. Terry, how you doing, my king?
I'm very good, Andrew. Very good. Very
missed
good.
you, soldier. Missed you, man.
To all your viewers and listeners, yeah, we know it's a troubling time, as Kevin was saying, but I think what he touched upon was leadership, and I think you got to provide hope. And as you know, that's what I always do. And look, you know, it's not like we haven't faced challenges before. Andrew, you and I are old enough to remember the 3-day week when we had to study by candlelight.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, later in the 80s with the riots and the oil shortages and the global economic crisis and the banking systems going down. But, you know, what I don't want to do is scare people.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
That's another reason why I created Tropical Island, because just like we celebrate and want to go to Disney, where is our Disney? Where is our place of magic? Where's our place of hope? You know, there's a saying that if you look after the children and take care of the old, everything in the middle will take care of itself. And I think that's what we've got to return to in terms of our consciousness, is that, you know, we've got to look after the young people, because we see what's happening out there now. And, you know, we saw what unfortunately happens when a lot of the young children don't get the guidance and become teenagers and young adults. So that's what Tropical Island is all about. Tropical Island is about just a place of fun, sand, sea, and sun, and you know, our little bit of magic, our little.
Yes. So, brother, just for those very quickly, brother, Terry, if you can, for those who may not know Terry Jervis, for those who this may be the first time, who is Terry Jervis and what is the JEM World Experience? What makes it different?
Well, Gem World really is Jervis Entertainment Media, which is really the culmination of all the things that is me. Now, I didn't come up with Gem World. It was Reginald Maynard from Luster Products. And I saw somebody ask, is Luster Products a black-owned company? Because so many of the hair care and beauty products are not. Well, it's a black-owned business. Luster is actually the family name, and it's been going for 65 years, as you saw on the video. And they are the sponsor for a lot of my projects, and certainly with Gem World, it's their concept, which is a way of taking a lot of what I create to America and the UK and around the world, you know, Australia, Europe, Africa,
yep,
and Latin America. So, you know, Reginald will talk more about the Luster side of it, but, you know, what most people don't realize is that, you know, there's been 4.2 billion people around the world that have seen something I've produced or made.
Say that figure again, brother. Don't just say it like that. Say that figure one more time, black man.
4.2, well, it must be over 4.2 billion now. But, you know, I've done some of the world's biggest global broadcasts. I've worked with some of the biggest companies in the world, such as Shell, Lego, Marvel, Warner's, Rolls-Royce, Bentley,
RAF,
the Royal Air Force, Buckingham Palace, and, you know, that's just the big companies. But I always make sure that, you know, I connect with Black companies. In fact, I was at the BBC today having a discussion about, you know, opening up the history of the Black archives in the BBC, as well as I do that with other museums. And it's not just because I'm doing it just for money. History is important, just as you know, with what you do and what Tony Warner does, right? And why I support you. Because if we don't understand that we are the foundation of all of these institutions and all of these governments in terms of their foundation tenets. So even if you look at the scales of justice, Brother Andrew, where did that come from?
come on now. You know it's coming from Kemet.
Exactly. So most people don't know that.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes we have to present the information in a way that is even palatable for our own people. So even when I do something like Tropical Island, which is a nice, fun family day out, and is particularly appealing to the young kids, a lot of our parents will, you know, go over hell and high water to get to Disney. But if I say, well, where is our Disney?
Come on.
We don't know. You know, so when I say we'll go and see Black Panther, but Black Panther is owned by Disney. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, because we've all enjoyed Black Panther, and I'm a comic book collector, as you know,
Yeah.
and I started in comic books. But the reality is that without us really getting a good proportion of that economic strength in the creative economy, in this current state, as Kevin was talking about, we won't pull ourselves out, because the creative industries are the future economies. And we have been the foundation of those economies, but we understand very little of how they work. Fortunately, Luster's did over a brief meeting, and they're a Black-owned company, and I'm a Black-owned business. And, you know, I've never had the experience that Kevin unfortunately had with the distribution, but I do understand it. I do understand his challenges, because essentially that's how we lost the hair care business.
Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. And just as you mentioned that, before we go back onto Tropical Island, I think Reginald turned on his camera. And I'd like Reginald to introduce himself because I think he's just proving the point that you made earlier that Luster's is still a black-owned company. Are you black, Reginald?
We're 100% black. How are you, my brother?
I'm very good, brother. For those who may not know you, brother, can you just introduce yourself?
My name is Reginald Maynor. I am the director of Luster Products International Division. And I've been at Luster Products for 32 years. And this is Luster's 65th year. So I've been there half of their life cycle. And to Terry's point, being 65 years old, family owned and operated still, we take pride in supporting Black businesses around the world. And Terry and I talk about this transatlantic link, especially between UK Blacks and American Blacks. And we say Blacks, not Afro-Caribbean, not African-American. We are Black people from different parts of the world, and we all just dropped off in different ways in different places. And so with Gem World, I created that because Terry has so many valuable properties that enhance the community, give us pride, education, and again, the biggest thing, hope. It gives us hope in the future, gives us hope in tomorrow. You can see I've taken a page out of your book, Brother Andrew. I've got my billboards here. I've got my signature shots up here of all the screenings, 65th year for Luster Products. And we're loving working with Tony Warner from Black History Walks. The gentleman that was on earlier about us not networking, he's 100% correct. And one of the things that Terry and I are absolutely going to correct is this chasm between the UK and American Blacks. I don't get it. I'm not going to accept it. We are Black people from around the world. We don't have a postal code, an area code, a zip code. The only code we live by is the Black code. And so long as you can be a part of that reality and that psyche, then you're welcome to Gem World, because at Gem World, we bring you the greatest smiles on earth. And this is the beginning. But if you look here, and Sister Samira has sent up, they've put on the links for Tropical Island on Eventbrite. But because of you, Brother Andrew, all the things you do with your schools, the things that you do to empower the community globally, I'm going to offer, starting tomorrow,
What?
the first 50 people that are listening to this show, or it's the first 50 now, don't have to be the first 50 listening here, but you're the first ones to hear it. The tickets are going for £9.45 on Eventbrite, straight up. During this economic challenge, school is starting next week. Luster Products is going to take £4.45 off. So now that means you can get these same tickets for a $5.
Oh, wow.
And again, this is breaking news on on your show, on The Hidden Truth. We tell the truth here.
Wow.
And because you have been so gracious in accepting us today on such short notice, and we thank you, and we will be back to show you all of our other coming attractions. And what is unique about this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Phoenix Cinema has opened their doors to us. Now, what does that mean? They're saying, well, can you bring and put some, as you say, bums in the seat? I'm
right.
saying we can get people to come out. Brother Andrew, you at your school and all the kids there, all of your listeners and their family members, with a $5, you can show up on Sunday and have the time of your life with your kids just before school starts. It's the last Sunday fun day before school. And so celebrate us, come and be with us, and we will celebrate you. We love you for loving us, and we're not here if it's not for you. And we don't take that lightly. Terry and I are very serious about giving back to the community. Brother Andrew, there are some other things I want to do with you and your school. And we have several different features coming. So we hope to be back to show you more coming attractions.
Woo!
And we'll be sending out emails and constant contact information so that everyone can enjoy Gem World experience at the Phoenix. These Sundays are special, starting at 12 noon, some till 2, some till 3. They have opened their doors to us as a community. Let's show them what we're made of.
Brothers and sisters, I don't have to say, drop some ones if you're feeling Brother Terry and Brother Greg. Just drop some ones. If you're not feeling them, don't put the ones. Because brothers and sisters, this is what Hidden Truth is all about. You can understand, we don't have, as Terry just stated, as Reginald just said, we don't have to be depressed. We don't have to be. The more we come together, it's joy, it's happiness. And Terry used the word hope. I'm telling you, man, these next 12 months could be the most greatest, exhilarating, phenomenal 12 months if we choose to stay together and support each other.
Well, let me tell you something. Out of every depression, somebody rises out of that economy, right?
Come on, my king.
And if you think after that, that was when Disney was truly born, right? And I think that it's not only about us entertaining ourselves at Carnival as adults. We barely talk about children's carnival. We barely talk about what they experience, having worked all year round to make those costumes, go on the procession, enjoy themselves. We barely see anything of them. So that's another reason to come to Tropical Island, because it is a family animated event with interactive stories, nursery rhymes, and also music that are our folk songs. But the most important thing about it is that I guarantee you, you will leave feeling inspired and uplifted in a different way, and you'll see all the possibilities. That's why Lego is probably one of the #1 companies in the world. Did you know that?
Absolutely, Terry.
Right. But what is Lego? Lego is a play tool system. But if you look at most CEOs and leaders of industry, they played with Lego as a child.
You know what? You know what? Lady Adele, which is one of our most phenomenal speakers on this platform, she lives by what you've just said there. No joke. From a child right now, she plays with Lego, beloved, and it does something to the. But Terry, you know, when we talk about children's carnival, like on a Sunday carnival, is it really a children's carnival? Really, is it another way for another excuse for adults to say it's children, but not dedicated to? But your show, is it truly dedicated to the children and the family, brother?
My show is totally dedicated to the children
Wow.
first and the adults second. But
Wow.
we understand, unfortunately, in our community, that adults want an excuse to go somewhere, and they then, what's the word? Adultification. Or when you get the child to act like the adult. No, I want children to have their childhood, because most adults, people listening here, if they go back to their childhood and their fondest memories of their childhood, whether it's your favorite toy or your book or your pillow, or something that reminds you of safety.
Yes.
Right? Or you look at your favorite comic book, or you look at your favorite book, or something. So all I want to do is create that, I guess, position of emotional attachment, increase the emotional intelligence, as well as a learning tool. That's why Sesame Street is so popular. That's why Disney is so popular.
But look, and it's funny that you're doing this at a certain time, because I know people like Sister Barbara Mohammed and what have you, okay? They've created a storm on the on the social media, because look how Disney's characters, when they go to like Disney World, right? Look, in reality, our children are being bombarded with racist attitudes and racist behavior. There's been issues with Sesame Street characters ignoring and pushing down black children, what have you. So I think what you're doing, brother, is so on time, because there's a big uproar on the internet about how dare we allow our children to be treated that way. But what's the point of keep complaining when now you've come with a solution? Leave those characters if you feel so hardly done by, and come to Tropical Island, because what I understand, brother,
but Andrew,
a red carpet movie premiere next Sunday.
Yeah, and not to cut you, but somebody just wrote, what fondest memories, I never had that, right? So I want to say to that person, come to Tropical Island and actually relive your childhood, because even as an adult, it's still important that you do that. And also, we understand that we also need to help the adults. So with Luster, and I'll let Reginald talk about that, is we're also selling Luster products through Gem World under a unique concession with Luster. We're selling Pink Kids hair product, S-Curl for men, Pink for women, So we're taking care of all the family.
Now, I'm going to ask you a very political question now, brother. And I don't want you and Reginald to get upset with me. We've only got 2 minutes left, by the way. But I don't want you and Reginald to get upset with me. Now, I'm looking at both your hair. Both of you. And it's glittering, it's sharp, it's model-like. Do you both use Luster products?
I do.
I do.
Okay, I wanted to mention because the way you talk,
we are bottle carrying.
I use Luster products too, but it's in the beard. It's in the beard.
But look, I'm gonna Andrew, before you go, I need to qualify this, right? And Reggie, we have to qualify this because we've heard about colorism and shadism and hairism and nosism and lipism, and this is very important for us to really truly discuss, right? Because you don't get any of this at Tropical Island. And returning back to our Black consciousness, we have to remember that classically, I would be an Afro-Asiatic, right?
Come on.
Okay, so, you know, my hair type might be slightly different, but it doesn't mean I'm less African than anybody else because the original was an Afro-Asiatic person. Look at the Aboriginal people or the people of the South of Africa and so on. But that aside, Luster Products caters for all our hair types. Reggie, tell them how many hair types we got.
Countless. There's really not a scale number, but because we got a short period of time, Brother Andrew, I want to thank you for bringing us on. To Terry's point, we're going to embrace every skin tone, hair texture, and color that comes into our community because that's who we are. We are a rainbow coalition within ourselves, and we invite everyone. We're multicultural by nature, by design, and we love everyone for loving us. And come to the Phoenix and let us show you what a good time looks like and what a smile feels.
You two are like superheroes, man. I love the 1-2, man. You can't beat me
we're brothers from another mother, and we're all
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Blessings to you, my brother.
Brothers and sisters, you've seen it for yourself, man. This is what unity looks like across the Atlantic, man. This is what unity looks like. And normally I would say to the to the brothers and sisters on the platform, the attendees, get your ticket as we're speaking. And once you've got it, put it down and say, I've got mine, and create that crescendo. But now I know enough people are going to wait till tomorrow morning. I don't want you to forget tomorrow morning. I want you to make
but
sure.
That's why we did this, brother, because it's for your team, your crew, your audience. We wanted to give you the first dibs. Now, if y'all slow to get in the call tomorrow, that's.
And can I say and please correct me if I'm wrong, the both of you.
Yes.
If there's no reason why you can't call your friends now and say, go and make sure you're ready tomorrow morning to get your tickets now. So even if you've missed out on Hidden Truth tonight, call your friends, let them know, share the links if they want to get that £5 discount. Now, supposing you missed that £5 discount, are you going to really say, I'm not going anymore because I only wanted the 5? Hell no, brothers and sisters. To me,
because it's still cheap.
It's
still cheap at $9.45.
Under £10. Come on, brothers and sisters.
And we will treat you like royalty.
You're going to get a red carpet treatment. So, brothers and sisters, don't dilly-dally. If you know you like to just support Black businesses, just get your £10 ticket now, man. Your £9.
There you go. There you go, boss.
You know, just get it, man, because it's yours. So, brothers and sisters, I want to see. And tickets are limited. So let's get your tickets. Don't be waiting till Friday night or Saturday morning to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to get my tickets now, like most Black people do. Get your tickets today. Get it now. Brother Terry.
Blessings.
Blessings, my king. Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
And blessings to all your audience and
Reginald, we use good.
Yes, peace and love, my brother. Sorry.
Fantastic. Brother Terry, Reginald, love the both of you, man. Stay
peace
strong.
And love to you too, my brother. Eternal.
With you.
Thank you very much.
Because
peace.
This is what we're talking about today. Brothers and sisters, you've seen it for yourself. That is Tropical Island, okay? This is what we're doing today. And remember, we're doing it to build a future for our children. But let's not get it twisted, brothers and sisters. Yeah? The need to support Black businesses should be at the forefront. The need to support Black business should be at the forefront because every other community is doing it.
Jewish business secret number 3, community, community, community. I see so many times that there are communities out there that unfortunately do not want each other to be successful. They tear each other down. In Yiddish, there is a word called fargin, which means that you are happy for another person's success. In order for a person to be successful, you need a community of people around you that are cheering for you, that are encouraging you, that are financing you, and that are giving you business and are trying to see you succeed. So in order to grow, in order to become great, you need to have a community around you, and the Jewish community does this great. It's very common that a lot of times when somebody starts out a new business, people will give him or her business in order to get them started, even if their pricing isn't the best and even if their quality is not the best. But we want the community to succeed. Get around great people that want to see you win.
Wow, brothers and sisters, did you feel that? Did you feel? And you know what community he's talking about that doesn't want to see each other successful. That's why I'm saying with Gem World or Gem Star and Tropical Island and Lusters, come on, man, it's our duty. I'm going to play that one more time.
Jewish business secret number 3, community, community, community. I see so many times that there are communities out there that unfortunately do not want each other to be successful. They tear each other down. In Yiddish, there is a word called fargin, which means that you are happy for another person's success. In order for a person to be successful, you need a community of people around you that are cheering for you, that are encouraging you, that are financing you, and that are giving you business and are trying to see you succeed. So in order to grow, in order to become great, you need to have a community around you, and the Jewish community does this great. It's very common that a lot of times when somebody starts out a new business, people will give him or her business in order to get them started, even if their pricing isn't the best and even if their quality is not the best. But we want the community to succeed. Get around great people that want to see you win.
Now, can't we say that as
Jewish
black
business,
people,
Jewish business.
Can't we say
The
that as
importance of having a black entrepreneur conference is that it's not a luxury, it's a necessity, it's fundamental, because business is at the forefront of basic necessities in life. And as a people, over the last 400 years, I would say, business is the #1 aspect that we have lacked and has been taken away from us in many respects. So business is not just a hope for today's society. Like Sankofa, business is about the past, the present, and more importantly, the future. Our children, our youth, and the next generation must see progressive businesses being born today and give them hope for tomorrow. So business, to me, is the fundamentals of life. It's like breathing air. We all need it, and it's a part of African society.
To me, the importance of having a Black Entrepreneurs Conference is, I can't really put it in words. It is so crucial to us going forward as members of the African Caribbean diaspora. We need this, but more importantly, and this is why I take my hat off to Carlton, his wife, Aspire, you know, Marshall and Brown. Carlton does things the way they should be done, high end, no messing around, because this is what we deserve. And if we're going to really say that as black people, or however we want to style ourselves, we want to really make a difference, but more importantly, intergenerationally, demonstrate to our youth where we should be, we need things like this. High end, top of the range.